It's WrestleMania weekend. I am here with my main man and my part-time tag team partner. I'm talking about Mike. Mike,
Hey, what's going on?
let's hit these matches, okay?
Yeah, let's go.
So it's a great lineup. I know you're just as excited as everybody else
I am.
to go over.
Definitely am.
One of my favorite matches, if not my favorite match for the Women's World Championship, Stephanie McMahon and Liv Morgan. What do we got?
Hmm. Stephanie's been on tear. Definitely a fan of hers. My kids actually met her. They're big fans. And they'll talk that all the time. Good, very good. I think this is Liv's breakout year. It's crazy that I'm saying that, but it's breakout year.
Yeah, every year has been her breakout year for the
Yeah.
last 5 years.
So I'm going Liv on this one.
How about that? I will go Liv Morgan, in the hopes that Roxy Perez breaks away from the Judgment Day and then beats her at next year's WrestleMania for the title.
I like
If
that.
that doesn't happen, then Stephanie McMahon for the next 6 years. I think they could really do that and turn her into a Roman Reigns, kind of just a date eater,
Yeah.
to where she could just take 6 years of the title and nobody think elsewhere. Speaking of date eaters, the one who's on every show and I think outworks every woman on the roster, Becky Lynch and AJ Lee.
I'm gonna go with. I was a big AJ Lee fan when she right before she left, and I'm an AJ Lee fan now. I'll go with AJ.
How about that? She is not my favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. Hey, Mike, let's see how well you know me. I'll give you 3 guesses. Who is my favorite wrestler all times? After the second time you miss it, I'll give you a hint.
All time, J. Alpha Miller.
No.
Okay, all time. Man, I think you told me this one time.
You want me to give you a hint?
Yeah.
All right, Texas.
Oh my gosh. We had a conversation about this. We had a long conversation about this.
And God rest his soul, he's no longer with us, but was just as excellent as a human being and just as intimidating as he was inside the ring and outside the ring. Blackjack Mulligan.
We had a
Outside of
conversation
that,
about this. Like we literally had a conversation about this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Outside of that, Rayo
Yeah.
de Jalisco. So yeah, but between the two, I've never had the privilege in my life to meet Rayo de Jalisco. Saw him in action, but didn't know him. We did not put down tequila shots together. So, yeah, she is not my favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler for damn sure. I'm going Becky Lynch. Her husband, Seth Rollins versus Gunther. I'm going to take the lead on this one. I hope Gunther puts him to sleep. I just hope that's how it goes.
You know what? I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one. He's been so to build that moniker of the career killer.
Yeah.
You have to win at WrestleMania. And he's beating the greats. John Cena, Goldberg, AJ Styles. He's going through that roster little by little. And there was a fact that came out a couple of weeks ago. He has not been beaten in a singles match since his debut on the main roster. So squarely on the Raw and SmackDown. So it's of course he lost to Sammy and Jay at the main shows or big shows. But I'm looking, I think actually he's lost to Sammy and Jay back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah, at WrestleMania. So I think this is his WrestleMania.
He's retired pretty much everybody this year except Hulk Hogan, and obviously racism retired Hulk Hogan. All right, so we got for the undisputed WWE Championship, we got Cody Rhodes, who has a gym right down the road from all of us, and Randy Orton with Pat McAfee. A lot of people are hating on that kayfabe, whatever it is, with Pat McAfee. I think it's great. I think, and if you get butthurt about that, grow some thicker skin. I'm going Randy Orton on
That's
this one.
obvious. That's obvious. I'm going to Orton as well. Orton, you probably don't know, but he's one of my favorites.
Randy Orton,
Yes,
the
one of my
Viper. How
favorites.
about that? I can't believe I didn't know that
Yeah,
about you, but it
yeah,
makes a lot of sense.
yeah.
It makes a lot
Again,
of sense.
just story. How he moves in the ring, his mannerisms, man, he is on point. And
Yeah,
he's gotten better over the years. So yeah, oh
his
my guy.
father with that cast. Right, I got
Mm-hmm.
some years on you, but
Mm-hmm.
his father wore cast for years. I love that gimmick.
Yeah,
That family's a great family. You never hear anything bad being said about them. Constant professionals.
yeah,
Even in his younger ages, where he realized what he says, "Hey, look, that was me being young." You could never argue his professionalism. Quick shout out to Mr. Kennedy. All right, so Obafemi and Brock Lesnar.
but I think yeah. I mean, this
You
guy
okay?
is down like it. That's my guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's funny thing is he wasn't my guy in the beginning. But he just grew on me. He grew on me, and
When he popped, he popped.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
when he became Obafemi,
Yeah,
right? There was no stopping that freight
no,
train. That
no,
was a
not at all.
locomotive that was coming right towards you, and you couldn't get out of the way.
Yeah,
So I'm with you as much as I'm a Lesnar guy, and as much as I'm a Paul Heyman guy. Obafemi.
yeah, definitely. And we'll talk about that one day. The rise of Bolt Femi, because honestly, I think Keith Lee was on that same track as Obafemi. But we'll talk about that some other time.
Yeah, I'm with you. Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley. Take a guess who I got in this. There's no joke. It's Jade Cargill. I'm gonna go Jade Cargill. I'd hate for them to put the strap on Rhea Ripley. I think that's where they're going with it,
Uh-huh.
especially with her and her on again, off again. I don't know what that is. Her mascot or whoever her tag team partner is, which is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm going Jade Cargill.
Yeah, yeah. The funny thing is, Io is wonderful. Yeah, she's
Great
again,
technical, great wrestler. Yeah,
man.
great wrestler.
Her, Asuka, Kyrie, man, I love them, and I can't wait to see what happens with them. But Jade, I think again, I think her and Rhea are a complement. And I think this match will kind of show who is uh the wrestler to watch out for. So I'm going Jade with this one.
There we go. We
Yeah,
have an agreement.
yeah,
Then yeah, it's the talent they have of the women's division from Japan is unparalleled.
yeah.
Io Sky, who I think they're doing, I just don't like the way they're pushing her. This is just getting on my nerves. Anytime I see her walk out of the ring and do this number, I just want to throw up.
Yeah,
Julia,
I see the opposite. I love it.
I
I
hate
love it.
it. I
Yeah.
hate it. Julia is as talented and as stiff as any a woman I've seen wrestle. Really like her. I hope she doesn't get lost in the shuffle. She's not on the card as intercontinental champion. She's not on the card, which is
Yeah.
weird to me. So I don't know if they've got a direction with them. But hey, NXT talent on this WrestleMania: Trick Williams, Obafemi.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Michael Hayes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Um, NXT is killing it this year. I think that line of wrestlers in that time frame, when they were doing NXT 2.0, as good as Black and Gold was, man,
yeah.
I think the 2.0 stars are killing it.
This was not on our little script here. Our director didn't put this up, but just off the cuff. Give me two. Who's the next two out of NXT? Actually, give me the next one, and then who's the one you want to see get that push on the main roster?
Hmm. I'm gonna give you an obvious name, and I'm gonna give a name that's not seen. And I understand it on the background what's happening. I want to see Tony D'Angelo move up. he's a star in itself, and I think that the character he has now, that he's developed now, I think can work, can really work. In that sense, um, the one that I want to see, Sean Spears.
Oh,
I think there is something hidden there that if they really keep it going, I think he can really like change the game for that's a pun intended for that. I think he can really change the game for me. I love the whole chairman gimmick. I love when he was, in that mindset. Going from the perfect 10 to that was a switch I think was needed. And sometimes those gimmick changes are needed, and it tells you who they are.
so my opinion with you there, and I agree with you, but my opinion with you there about Spears is it's like the time when my grandmother died, and at the funeral, I made a joke and said to my grandfather, "Hey, now you're a bachelor." Too soon, too soon. I'm going to go with the person that I want to see and the person that you think will do well is Jada Parker. Timeout.
Mm,
Timeout, timeout, timeout. Unless there really is a link to that guy, and if there's a link to that guy, I don't really give a shit anybody.
yeah, yeah, yeah. She's amazing talent as well. I think again, Cat
Athlete,
Boots.
a collegiate athlete,
Yeah, yeah,
very athletic, very different how she's been able to transition from the world of soccer to professional wrestling, including changing her body type.
yeah.
Very different speeds with professional wrestling and collegiate soccer. But again, if there's any rumors to that, give me whoever. Last match, I believe this is the day 2 main event, although for me and for a lot of people, the real main event is Obafemi and Brock Lesnar. But the main event on day 2 for the World Heavyweight Championship, the cult of personality, not the cult of Cornette, the cult of personality, CM Punk, and the guy who was fed dog food by a weirdo who they can't even mention his name anymore, Roman Reigns.
I know.
This whole storyline has gotten weird to me. I'm not following it. Maybe I'm not as smart as a lot of smart marks out there. I would hate to see Roman Reigns with the strap if he can't pull a 9 to 5. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I got you. I got you.
so
Um,
I'm gonna go CM Punk.
mm, mm. This is a hard one. Um, because I see again, I'm a big storyteller. This particular storyline, the precipice to this storyline was one that was mentioned by CM Punk. It was when he brought in the Shield.
Yep.
This is when this all started, and to see this come full circle, some 15 years later, is crazy. I love it.
15 years ago, right? Go back in your time machine, okay, and tell me what you thought 15 years ago when it was Roman Reigns, it was Seth Rollins,
Hmm.
and it was Dean Ambrose. If
Hmm.
I said, "Hey, Mike, who's going to be the big player here?" I would have said Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, I agree. I
And
agree.
it did not work out like that. It almost worked in
Yeah,
reverse, right? So you had Seth as talent as he is, and as
yeah.
great as he is on the microphone. You saw him as being kind of second fiddle to Dean Ambrose.
Hmm.
What changed? It wasn't what happened to Dean Ambrose. Let's not
No.
take away from Seth Rollins. The WrestleMania with Cody Rhodes, for me, put Seth Rollins in my head. I went, holy cow, this guy, why did I not see this all these years? This guy's got it. What a great match. One of my top 25 all times, probably.
Yeah, yeah. Again, people would critique that match because it had so much things to it, but you got to think everyone played a part. There
Mm-hmm.
was a story within a story within a story within a story, and it all meshed together. It all made sense. You're talking about the Shield, the
Mm-hmm.
Rock and Cena rivalry for WrestleMania. What was it? The back-to-back WrestleManias. You're talking about Taker and Cena. You're talking about Rock and Taker. You're talking about
Lot
like
going on.
there's a
Yeah.
lot going on, and then we get to the story, the main story, which is Cody and Roman, and then of course the Shield, how that played a part, and the betrayal there, and I mean there was so much to it. So that's why for me in this match for CM Punk and Roman, I'm going Roman. I'm I have to because like again I think we talked about this a while ago. Um, the storylines, and of course, 15 years ago, we didn't know Vince will no longer be over the company. We didn't know that Triple H would take over. They'd be brought up by TKO. We didn't know any of that. That wasn't in the plan. But to be able to go back to that and to use those storylines to build what we have now is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
And I think in the in the center of all those storylines that we just talked about is Roman. Roman was at the center of every single thing we just talked about. Without his connections, without who he's connected to, Usos, Seth Rollins, Cody
Yeah.
Rhodes, The Rock, um, those connections play a part. And when those things can elevate a match and make the match even grander, that's what makes WrestleMania.
So hear me out here. Roman wins. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happens to CM Punk. Does he get a rematch at Backlash? I don't think he has any plans to fade off into oblivion, right? But that
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
sets up Roman Reigns for Seth Rollins. Okay. So if Roman Reigns is going over for the World Heavyweight Championship, that must mean that Seth Rollins is going over Gunther. So then why would you have built? Well, no, I say that. And the match that impressed me the most for Seth Rollins was a match that he lost to
Mm,
Cody Rhodes.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Cody Rhodes was the mystery opponent, came out. What a great match. So maybe they throw that back and they have one of those great matches and Gunther goes over. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
To
And
me,
that's
if Reigns goes over, I don't know.
and that's the magic of WrestleMania. Because
Yeah.
right after that, there's the reset. The night after WrestleMania, the reset is, and honestly, I'm looking forward to that almost as much as I'm looking forward to WrestleMania because you never know
All
what
right.
happens. You never know.
This is true. This
Yeah.
is true. Well, Mike, in case you don't know who Mike is, you definitely should. Mike is a slash in this industry, a wrestler, management, and a booker. We're going to find out next week how right or how wrong we were with
Yeah.
these predictions.
Yeah.
Mike, until next time.
All right, man.